look at what we have here, Mr. Ramsey. Your favorite. A box. Hello out there. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Halfway through the week here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Mr. Ramsey, the Canada Lynx, is showing us his furry backside as he grabs some treats that were placed in a box for him in his free-roaming habitat. Hey everyone, thanks for joining today. It's a great day to be tuning in live here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. That's one of our 100 plus Wild at Heart residents, Mr. Lynx Ramsey. First he's got to take care of those treats, folks, and then I'm sure he's going to get right to business doing what Ramsey does best, and that's going to town on a cardboard box. Hey, there are my commenters coming in. Hey, Ellen Esposito, how are you doing? Lori, thank you for the stars right off the bat. Super nice of you. Hey, Robin, thanks for joining. Lori S, hi, gorgeous kitties and wonderful humans. Shared, hey, thanks for sharing, Lori, and thanks for joining us. Jessica Davis, I finally caught alive. Hi, Judson. Hey, Jessica, glad to have you with us. Hopefully it will be a show here. Ramsey is always a performer when he is given one of his favorite things in the whole wide world. Wouldn't you know, a cat is infatuated with a cardboard box, and Ramsey is exactly that. He loves his cardboard. Tammy and I were able to place this cardboard box for him. One of her favorite enrichment treats is Supreme, a soft food that we had used for Dash, but is now turned into, like I said, just a little treat enrichment for many of our cats. So Ramsey got some Supreme as well as some scent put in that box there. So I'm sure he's going to make sure that all the Supreme is taken care of before it's time to do some scent marking on that box. What do you think, pretty guy? Hey Bridget, thanks for joining us. Kishwar, hi beautiful cats. Thanks for joining us, Kishwar. Stephanie says hi from Tennessee. And Bridget's coming all the way from Denmark. Welcome, Bridget. Graham Hill is asking, cool, where was he rescued from? That's a great question, Graham. All of our 100 plus residents here at TWS, everybody has an individual story of how they got here. And Ramsey's is that of private ownership. Ramsey was purchased off the internet as a pet. Someone marketed Ramsey a Canada Lynx, that he would be a good domestic, quote unquote, domestic pet to have in your home. And when in reality, that's just not the case. Ramsey is a wild animal. He's a Canada Lynx. TWS was receiving phone calls from this individual who had bought Ramsey. What do you know? He had a Canada Lynx that was tearing up his condominium, urinating all over the place. Fortunately, he made the right decision and did surrender Ramsey here to TWS. But one thing that we really try to impress upon our supporters here at TWS is we're trying to advocate to inspire change. So one thing with Ramsey is, yes, it's an unfortunate situation that he came here. How can we prevent that situation from happening ever again? And it's educating on what are responsible pets. It's educating about the repercussions of taking in a wildcat as a pet. And all of these things add up to helping prevent a situation from Ramsey's to ever happening again. Because I love Ramsey, you love Ramsey, but Ramsey is a wildcat and he deserves to be in the wild and not living a life in captivity. And nonetheless, Ramsey, we're here to give you, the next best thing, a Wild at Heart life. You guys hear us say that a lot here at TWS. And it's all of you who are watching this live post, your support, who makes that possible. And it looks like Ramsey's just sticking his head in there, but now he's starting to do his rubbing. We loves a rubbing. Sure, just like your domestic cat, when it comes to greet you when you get home or in the morning, it's all about those rubs. Felines actually have scent glands in their cheeks, and so that's Ramsey just depositing his scent onto that box, letting everybody know that, hey, this is my box. Patricia A says Ramsey is adorable. Glad he has a forever home. We couldn't agree more, Patricia. Thanks for joining us from Australia, Jess. Hi, Amy from Wisconsin. Thomas is asking, how old is Ramsey? You know, that's a good question, Thomas. I do my best to keep track of the ages of our cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but with over 100, I might have to go back and reference my age list. I know that Ramsey might be considered one of our geriatric residents. He might be in his teens, but like I said, I'll need to confirm that. And another thing I want to talk about too, which I forgot to mention when talking about Ramsey's history, is that tragically Ramsey has been four-paw declawed. And again, that was in another futile attempt to make Ramsey a quote-unquote safer pet. And that's another unfortunate symptom that we see with a lot of our cats coming in, is that they do have their claws removed because, again, to quote unquote make them a safe pet. And in the first place, you know, are you even having a lynx as a pet if you're taking away its claws or its fangs? No. I mean, so is it the fact that you even wanted a lynx as a pet if you're taking away the things that make it a wild animal? You know, then it really doesn't really add up, as you wanted that lynx as a pet. It's more so for the person's vanity. But Mr. Ramsey, I talked about that four-paw declaw, obviously is on all types of pain medication to make sure that he's not experiencing any discomfort from that. And we can see that Mr. Ramsey is still a happy cat at heart. But it's always worth acknowledging, just all of the trials and tribulations that our cats have gone through. And unfortunately, all at the hands of very, very misinformed human beings. Oh, how's that egg, Ramsey? He says, that's real good. So Ramsey is rubbing on that toy egg there. So I put some perfume inside the box, but I had to give a little something extra. I realized that I forgot to put on my deodorant this morning. Naughty me. And one favorite scent for our wildcats is body odor of humans. So I've rubbed my feet on toys before. That egg got the armpit treatment, and even after Ramsey pushed it aside, it looks like he's still really enjoying that stinky armpit smell. Yeah, Sue, glad we can answer your question. And of course, you can always go to our website and read more about Ramsey in detail. Also see some other pictures of him and learn some stories of our other residents. Everybody has a story here at TWS. Hey, Lori N., you commented that you donated. Hey, Lori, thank you for that. That is simply awesome of you. It really takes a lot to make the Wildcat Sanctuary turn, and all of that support is derived from amazing people like you. So thank you for that, Lori. And another thank you for saying that you donated, because I want to make sure that everyone is always acknowledged for their gifts. But Facebook can be a wild and unpredictable beast sometime, and it used to tell me notifications for who's donated. I was able to see the dollar amount of who's donated and what's been donated. So thank you, Lori, for piping up and letting everyone know that you gave a gift. That helps me help thank you. Glad to look through the comments and see everybody is enjoying themselves, as well as sharing the sentiment that a wildcat like Ramsey deserves his claws, and that it was cruel that he ever had them taken away from him. I couldn't agree more, Ramsey and everybody else. It's absolutely abhorrent and disgusting, frankly. And now I hear caretaker Teresa hollering in the background. Let's see. Does Ramsey like the affection of his caretakers more than a box? So it seems, and who can blame him? Who can blame the big guy? Well, Mr. Ramsey, we don't want the fun to be over just yet. Let's see. And I imagine usually when the UTVs pull up to the building like that, that's kind of the the bell for a lot of cats. They like going into their indoor rooms to check in with their caretakers. So I imagine if I walk around Cougar Cove here, I will get a big fat 0 for cats here, so I don't see Beauty in her free roaming habitat anywhere. So why don't you guys just hang with me while we go mobile and try to find some cats to wrap up this life posed with. And happy to have everybody along with us. If you're just joining us, we're moving about. Mr. Ramsey wanted to go check in with his caretakers in his indoor bedroom. He's always wanting to say hi to everyone that he can. So, since Ramsey is done playing with his box, we're going to go find some greener pastures and see if we can get some more cats on camera. There's our memorial pavilion, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, where we honor our former residents here at TWS with a memorial plaque. And that's our awesome garden team that is making our memorial pavilion look even more. All types of natural flowers to encourage pollinators here to stop by the sanctuary. Way back on their perch, big boys. And maybe we'll walk down the hallway. I know that can be a thorny area for service at times. And maybe we'll see Shadow too. Just looking at a comment, Casey says, love your sanctuary. Thank you for saying that, Casey. It's really an absolutely special place that Tammy and the staff have created here. A compassionate place for wildcats in need. It is absolutely tremendous, so it's great to see you recognize that. And I see Miss Shadow hanging out in the shade. Hey, Mr. Simon, thank you for coming and saying hi to me, or at least I thought you were. And Jeremy and Simon, you guys got a new tree back here, didn't you? That's a willow. This portion of their habitat can be a little thorny for drainage area. Oh, thank you for the chops. Oh, look at the stinky face on that one. Is that the stinky? What were you smelling down there, Big Simon? What were you smelling down there? That was the Fleming response. You'll frequently hear us call it the stinky face here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. That's basically a cat just getting a better understanding for a smell. Oh, that was so stinky. I hope it wasn't me. Hope I'm not the stinky one, Mr. Simon. Yep, that's just Simon just bringing in a little extra air. He actually has this Jacobson's organ right in the top of his mouth behind his front teeth. And that's going to pull in that air that he's smelling and just give him a better understanding for that stinky scent. So that's always fun to see. I'm sure you guys even see your domestic cats at home making a stinky face like that. I know we were talking about Judson's stinky armpits earlier. That's my cat's favorite place to go. Usually when I'm trying to fall asleep too. She just starts digging at my armpits, Mr. Simon. Yeah, pretty boy. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Had to shake things up. We got to start the post with Canada Lynx Ramsey. And now we are hanging out with Simon and Jeremy, helping us enjoy a little cat time here on this Wednesday afternoon here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Oh, you are just so pretty, Mr. Simon. Let's look at some comments since I've been walking around. Ginger Aldrich, declawing in cat or animal is totally wrong and should never be done. Yes, we could not agree more, Ginger. Nor domestic cats. TWS does not support declawing of felines. Heidi L, that's a unique question. How long is Simon's tail? You know, I'd say probably close to that 4-foot range. I couldn't tell you exactly. Simon, do you know how long your tail is? Let's see, someone's saying, I'm assuming you don't go into their enclosures to drop off treat boxes and egg toys, so how do you get them into their space? Ah, hey, that's a great question. And so here at TWS, oh, you're gonna roll over, Mr. Simon? Here at TWS, we are a no-contact facility, which means we do not have any free contact with any of our residents. And so, for a cat like Ramsey, Ramsey has a indoor bedroom where he's able to shift into. We're then able to confirm that Ramsey is shifted into his indoor bedroom. We actually do a radio call for that confirmation to get a copy. And then that's when we're able to go into their habitat and place the enrichment. And then you can kind of extrapolate to all of our cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So let's say Jeremy and Simon need their pool cleaned way over there, and these boys love dirtying up their pool. Caretakers are going to shift them inside. Obviously, if the cats don't want to shift, we are not going to force them to be inside. We'll just wait to do the cleaning the next day, or maybe later on that day when they do want to shift inside. So the cats are shifted inside, they're secured inside, we get a radio copy, and then we are able to enter the habitat. Dropping my phone on me. Sorry about that, everyone. Roller coaster ride there. Yep, and then we're able to go into the habitat, place enrichment, do some cleaning, do habitat modifications, whatever have it. So there's kind of the long and short to your question. Jessica Davis, we are excited about that willow too. And as the photographer here at TWS, I'm excited for that willow because how beautiful are willow trees, especially when you have a cat kind of hiding back in those long draping leaves. It's very cool. I know that Winona's habitat has a willow that I've gotten some cool shots of her in. And the Tiger Trio, they got 2 willows. We all know how the boys treat trees, so we actually had to wrap those in some cattle panel. But they're doing good as well. Simon is so lazy. You're right about that, Robert. It's a quiet day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Simon's like, oh, he's still here, isn't he? You're doing all the goofy rolling around today, mister. This is a PG live stream, Mr. Simon. We'll have to keep it that way. Consuelo's asking, how's Dash? Dash is doing well. Dash is doing very well. He's actually right over here in Roar Ridge, so maybe we'll go and see him. Like I said, we did have some cat moves yesterday, and we'll be updating sponsors once we know those cat moves are permanent. So Dash does right now temporarily have a new next door neighbor, but out of the respect of our sponsors, we want to make sure that they find out that information first. So I'm just going to glance over there to see if we would be able to see Mr. Dash without screwing up our order of operations, because obviously it's our sponsors who really do so much for that specific or individual cat that they are sponsoring, and they deserve to know information about their sponsor cat first. Hey, did you hear me talking? Did you hear me talking? He says, yeah, I did, and I wanted to serve me up on a silver platter. Hey, big fella. Hey, where you taking me, huh? Where you taking me? And Dash, I think, was just spending some time with Shadow, who's hanging out right along their shared wall. Where you guys hanging out, Mr. Dashers? Are you gonna make a stinky face too, pretty guy? Is it a calm and relaxing afternoon here at the Wildcat Sanctuary? Dash says, yes, it is. Jessica Davis says, he's so big. Shannon says, he's grown fast. You are right about that, Mr. Dash. You are growing like a weed. If you are new to the Wildcat Sanctuary, Mr. Dash was actually found on a rescue after just being born. Mr. Dash was only hours old. He was born at a facility that was actually breeding cubs for profit. And boy, we couldn't be more happy to have taken on that rescue, closed down that facility so no other cubs like Dash will ever have to be exploited for profit again. Isn't that right, big fella? Can you give me a chuff? And we did a live post that would have been last week for Tammy's birthday thank you, and Tammy gave him some Zupreme, and Dash actually stood up for us to really give us a glimpse at how much he's grown. I know it's kind of hard to tell when he doesn't have things for scale, but Dash, I'd say, is definitely in maybe that 100 pound range, maybe even a little bit more, maybe 110 pounds. I'm sure a caretaking staff would know a little better than I would, or have a better estimate at least. But you are growing like a leaf, Mr. Dash, and he is doing amazing in his tiger in training. You guys hear us say that a lot. All of the things to wild Dash up, to make him the apex predator that he was born to be. He has been receiving all of that and more. Isn't that right, big fella? Robert says, he looks so peaceful. I'd like to think that you're so peaceful and life's peaceful here at the Wildcat Sanctuary with all these people supporting and loving you, Mr. Dash. He says, yeah. Yeah, and so we're still joined by Shadow. And you guys might have saw that video of Shadow talking to Dash. And I did mention in that post that these guys really do have a harmonious relationship. Oh, you're gonna get me. You almost got me. These guys really do have a harmonious relationship. And I would say that Shadow is more tolerant of Dash than she was Mohan, the white tiger, who did live in this habitat along the shared wall. I'd be, more times than not, I would hear Shadow telling off poor Mohan than Dash. So I really do along well, and Shadow just like if she needs to. This has been a long live post, Mr. Dash. We have seen Canada Lynx Ramsey. We have seen white tigers Jeremy and Simon. Of course, we got Miss Shadow in the background, and now we've got to wrap up the post, the cherry on top of the sundae, the chef's kiss with Mr. Dash. You hear caretakers over there? I hear them too. I hear them too, big guy. All right, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed some Dash time, some Lynx time, and some tiger time. It's been a blast today, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their what is today? Wednesday Dash here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. For now, we'll see you on a live post. Bye, everyone.